let's cut straight to the chase. I'm going to start this timer, and in 5 minutes uncut, I have to teach you how to be a great lead player. Let's do it. So, the first thing is that when you're being a lead player, you don't want to be thinking about your keys or your scales. That's what I see a lot of guitar players doing. They're like, oh, we're in A minor? Well, good news is I know the freaking A minor pentatonic scale. Let me just... And like, okay, but does that really sound good? Does it? I don't know. If you think so, then I get out of here, I guess. But the real goal of playing lead isn't just playing in a key or playing in a scale. It's playing over the music. So we got to pull out a little example progression. Let's do a blues progression so that pentatonic scale is actually great. We're going to do a little A minor blues. We'll have A minor and then D minor. Freak. That's E minor and then D minor. I was just thinking about cutting the video, and then I remembered that that's not how this works, so we're just keeping that in. So the idea is playing the notes in the chords as your home row of notes. So instead of, oh, I'm in A minor, I'm going to hit A minor pentatonic. How about, oh, we're on A minor. So I'm going to use that same A minor pentatonic, but I'm going to target the notes in the chord. Like we got the chord. You don't have to know all of the notes in the chord around the whole fretboard for this to be usable for you. Just play the chord and go, oh, it's right here. And then dissect it a little bit. So when we're on that A minor, you can use the other notes, but see how I'm targeting those A minor notes as my home row? And then we go to that E minor. Slide up into the notes for E minor. And see I'm sliding down into the notes of that D minor. And not only is it important to target the notes, but it's important to think rhythmically. I said this same thing when I made this video about rhythm guitar. But I just was talking about playing lead guitar in that. I'm going to talk about playing rhythm guitar in this, because rhythm and lead guitar, neither of them really even make sense. Like, what is a rhythm or a lead guitar? It's guitar. You're either playing it and learning it, or you're not. So, when you're playing lead, you want to think just as rhythmically, if not more, than when you're playing rhythm guitar. Because if your lead lines don't fit into the groove, what are they? Like, rhythm is one of the most important parts of music, even if you're playing lead. Like, if I'm just playing, like, maybe that's cool, but it's not very rhythmic. Like, sit in that groove. If you can sit in that groove with your lead playing, you can do a lot more. Like, see how I'm using the rhythm of the chords I was just playing in the solo? That's one of the biggest pieces of sounding good in your lead playing, is just those two things. Playing the chords and playing them rhythmically. Once you can do that, learning more scales and all of the other oobity-joobity that I love teaching you actually matters. But if you can't do that, it doesn't. Oh, we still have 50 seconds. Let's talk about actually playing those chords across the neck then. Let's just go to A minor and talk about the value of knowing the chords across the fretboard. I know I said you didn't need that, and you don't, but it's helpful. Because if you know your inversions, you're not stuck in one box anymore. Your inversions and your scales, the things that aren't important for sounding good, are important for moving and grooving around the fretboard. Like, we don't want to just be stuck in this one A minor box, right? We want to be able to move up. And then we know E minor up here too. And that's time, baby. So, let me tell you this. If you actually want to learn how to play your chords all across the neck like that, I have a link to a free community down below that will teach you exactly how to do that, like I said, for free. And you can hop on calls with me in there. Isn't that kind of crazy? Nobody's doing that. Nobody's teaching people for free. I think that's lame. But if you want to work with me a little closer, I have another link down below with the actual link to book a call with me one-on-one directly, where we can chat about where you're at, what your goals are, and see if we're a good fit to work closer together and make you hit your goals. Because that's what all this is for. It's not about me. It's not about that guy. It's not about that guy. It's about you and hitting your goals. So let's do it, and I'll see you next time.